Hey, welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm very excited to introduce to you this gentleman to my right, Cory Hymas. He's the CEO of Inspired 180 Health and Nutrition. Welcome to the show, Cory.
Thank you very much, Chelsea.
It's great
really
to have
excited
you
to be
this
here.
morning. Perfect. Well, for most of this week, we've been talking a lot about health and nutrition, and so you fit right into this theme perfectly with your background and your story, which I think is so inspiring. So first, to start off, let's talk about your story with weight loss.
Okay, about 10 years ago, I started on this road, and I realized that I had gained 65 pounds extra. I was 235 pounds, which I was uncomfortable and not happy. And I woke up one morning, put my feet on the ground, and I realized I had to hold my breath to tie my shoes. And it still causes some emotion to come up because it's such a tough thing to deal with, and so many people are dealing with that in life right now. And I decided, I knew one principle at the time, and that was that the teacher always learns more than the student. So my goal was to teach somebody else how to do it so that I could internalize it and create a lifestyle and then have that to be part of who I am.
Excellent. So let's discuss the philosophy of your business.
So the philosophy is very different than any other weight loss or nutrition company out there, is that we have our body and we have our spirit, and most of the time they're very connected, and our bodies are automatically dying and our spirits are automatically growing. But most people don't understand is that sometimes we become numb or disconnected on either side, and our bodies become numb by lack of rest, lack of nutrition, lack of water, lack of body functions over on this side, and our spirits become numb by stacked emotion. And emotion kind of does this in our life, and it stacks up. And what we found is that nutrition and exercise are really, really important, but there's an underlying part to everything, which is the emotion of it. Food is never really the problem. It's always what emotion is attached to it. So it does make a big difference on where we lead our life.
So why is it that you chose to do what you're doing? Obviously, you have a story that connects directly to what you're doing every day, but what's the real goal behind what you do?
When I actually lost 65 pounds and I had that success, I had to ask myself that question: why do I want to really help people? And it came down to two things. It's number one, to destroy complacency in the world. And number two is to build courage in people to make that step, to make that change in their life, and not be complacent, not say, oh, I'm okay where I'm at, because for me that's not okay. For me that's I want to be able to help them say, yes, I can make a change.
So how do you help people make that change, make the change like you did?
We go through a couple different processes. Number one is always to do the lifestyle. We always teach lifestyle. So we have nutrition accountability. So we teach very simple 6 basic nutrition principles. We keep that very simple, and some people complicate it too much. And so nutrition accountability is just coming in every week, and we talk about that plan. We talk about the goals for that week. We talk about the goals for the next week. One thing we will never do, and I see this a lot unfortunately, is that people get put down for maybe messing up that week, and we'll never do that, so that's a good thing.
You do see that approach, especially on TV, like, what,
yes.
You ate that candy bar? And they just, squish them like a bug pretty much, but you guys are more positive.
We're more positive. We try to build up. We still talk about why and everything like that, but we're more positive when we try to build people up. And the other part to it is what I created is called Body Intelligence Mentoring Program, and that is our emotional side to what we do. And it's really, yes, we focus it on nutrition and health, but it's really focused more on just life principles, just how to move forward in your life, because you can take every tool that we give, and we're a tool-based company, so we actually say, here's this to do, instead of let's just talk about the issue. So we give tools to be able to give people stuff to go home and to accomplish and to achieve their goals. So the Body Intelligence Mentoring Program is really underlying everything we do, and it's created something in our business and in our life that has really affected thousands of people already, and I hope to affect millions all across the world.
Well, Cory, one thing you've brought up a few times is emotion, the role that that plays. How significant is someone's emotions when it comes to weight loss and total nutrition?
Well, it's very, very significant. And I explain it in this way. There's in our life, we make every decision by two things: pain and pleasure. And they meet right in the middle. And there's a little bit of pain and a little bit of pleasure, and there's severe pain and there's severe pleasure. And there's a variance on that scale. So we have to kind of analyze those decisions that we make. So one question that we ask is a very simple question: do you clear your plate or leave food? What do you think most people say?
Clear their plate.
Absolutely.
That's what we're taught since we're like 5 years old. So,
well, it's because most of the time our parents teach us that, right? Or it's the whole starving kids in Africa thing. Yes. Or there's a little bit of guilt, so that's a little bit on the pain side. And then there's the severe situations that we run into where maybe they say, well, my dad beat me if I didn't clear my plate. So here it is down the road. They're older in life, yet they still feel anxiety by not clearing their plate, which makes a huge difference in the habits that get created in our life. Is that emotion that gets tied to it. So what we do is we're able to help them do this process. We don't do this process, we help them do it. So we help them get rid of that emotion. And then it's just an experience. Then you can talk about it, then you can deal with it, and then it's something that we can't take away the experience because it happened, but we can help them release the emotion, which is really fun.
And when you were 9 years old, you had an experience or an idea that came to you that really changed your perception. Tell me about that. And
this has to do more on the body intelligence mentoring side, is that at 9 years old, I had a very high level of spiritual experience. And I had to ask myself one question: why, when I feel so good, does it go so fast? And so for the past couple of years, I've been answering 3 more questions. It's, how do I create this intensity higher? How do I increase that? How do I hold it longer? And how do I create it the majority of my life? And being able to give people tools to do exactly that, that's what I love to do. That's what really makes a lifestyle and creates a change that is lasting for the rest of their life, so that they can lose weight. And we have a few people in our company, that, especially a husband and wife team, that both have lost 130 pounds each. Wow. 130 pounds.
That's amazing. And with that, I don't know if we showed those photos yet. From your before
and that's
and
actually
after.
That's him. He's the one that lost 130.
So if we have, let's throw those photos up. And this is just, the change here is just fantastic.
Absolutely.
From what you can see, and that's just phenomenal to see that. And I mean, the emotion. I mean, we've been talking about that you feel, and the positive vibes and feelings that you get from accomplishing something like that. Let's talk about goals. How can you set effective goals, or how do you assist your clients in overcoming those issues? You were talking about emotions being connected to the experience and removing those, and it comes down to goals. How do you help them set effective goals?
Goals are very important, and it's a lot of fun to teach goals, because yes, we have those general goals of, okay, I want to lose this much weight, I want to get this pant size. So we talk about those general goals first, and we kind of get those out of the way, and then we go specifically, okay, what do you want to see as far as weight loss? What do you want to see as far as pants or dress size? And we have 2 underlying goals that kind of help drive everything, and that's an event goal. So we set something with a date, like a family reunion or a class reunion or a vacation or something you've been wanting to do for a long time, or maybe running a marathon or running a 5K, or even doing a small walk, or whatever it is. And then we have the most important part to goals, and that's your reason why. You have to have a really strong reason why. And so we talk about the reason why, and then the reason why, what it does is it helps define a destination of where we want to go. And that destination, all it does is create a plan. It creates a plan on that roadmap on how to get to that destination. So that reason why on everything, how many times have people started a diet and they go like this, right? They lose weight and gain it, lose weight and gain it their whole life. Because there's no focus on that. There's no reason to actually create a lifestyle. And there's no lifestyle focus. It's just, okay, let's get to this goal, and then we're done. We'll go back to what we do. So there's no talking about habits. There's no talking about everything that is really the cause of getting to that place where you don't like to be.
So Cory, the last thing with that, you say reason is really important. I guess the last tip for our audience, and for me even, I'm really curious about this. How important is it to have a strong reason? Because there's a reason, I want to fit into size whatever jeans, or I have a high school reunion coming up and I want to look like those are. What are examples of reasons? Like your main focus? The
main reason why, when you find it, and everybody's is different, when you find it, it will cause emotion to come up. It will cause something to move inside of you every time you say it. So when I say the reason why of destroying complacency in the world and building courage, holy cow, it causes emotion to come up. And I challenge myself to tell people that 3 times a day, because I want that emotion. I want that drive every time, because when we start this laser focus on getting a diet, and then life happens, right? Kids, work, finances, whatever, relationships, it pulls us off our path, it pulls us off our focus. And if we have that reason why that's strong enough that pulls us back in, then it's never really straight. It's like this the whole way. We just don't want to go out really far. It
sounds like it's your anchor, like you're a boat. Yes. You go like this, but that anchor still holds you as you're going. You
Absolutely.
Need that. Well, where can people go to get more information and to talk to you about these issues to help them get back on track?
Well, inspiredlifecenter.com is our website. Has our phone number, and we're more than happy to be able to help people on this road and have them and help build that courage to make that really create a lifestyle in their life.
And that's what it's about, I think, is creating that new lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because I feel like losing weight, it is a lifestyle change. It's not, I'm going to do this for a week, or at least it shouldn't be. But that's what a lot of us do. It's just a small change up and down.
And I'm not perfect, but I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at.
That's a good point.
And that's really, really beneficial.
Excellent. Well, Cory, thank you so much. Pleasure to have you on the show, and thank you for sharing your experiences with us. I sure do appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Be sure to check out Cory online, and we'll be right back here with more on the Mountain Morning Show.